In my first month on YouTube as an artist, I hit 50 subscribers, and I learned a few things I think could help your channel grow. Let's go over what worked for me, what didn't, and what I plan to do next. I started posting in August, uploading twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. But here's the weird part about my plan personally, is on day 1, I posted 5 videos at once. You may be wondering why, and that's because MatPat, who is the creator of game theory and obsessor of YouTube analytics, says bulk uploading at the start can jumpstart your watch time and help you build a fan base faster, so I really wanted to test that. So here's how I split those 5 videos. 2 trending, 2 evergreen videos, and 1 personal video. An evergreen video is a video that will just kind of slowly gain views over time. It doesn't really ever die out. In the art world, these are things like sketchbook tours or maybe starting a new sketchbook kind of videos. If we compare that to trending videos, which usually have a very short lifespan, they might, gain a lot of views for maybe a week or so, but then they very quickly die out once the trend is over. My trending picks were 2 K-pop Demon Hunters videos, since that was blowing up at the time. And the personal one was a video about my OCU Wisp. Honestly, I expected that one to flop since new viewers don't know anything about my characters or have any sort of connection to me, but I didn't want to see if it would grow once I have a fan base. In terms of how it went, I expected the trending videos to do the best initially, and I was sort of right. The Soda Pop video did the best with 102 views after 7 days, but the Your Idol video did the second worst with only 15 views. I'm honestly not sure why the discrepancy. My only ideas are that the Soda Pop video was about theories for the movie, and Your Idol was just about my thoughts, so I think the theories is maybe more interesting. But besides that, my OC video did the worst like I expected with just 5 views, but my sketchbook tour and my new sketchbook video did well with 51 and 78 views, even though I thought the sketchbook tour would actually be more popular. It ended up being the new sketchbook video instead. While I was content with the views overall, I already knew my click-through rate, which is basically like what percentage of people see your thumbnail and then click it, and then the average viewer duration, needed some work since they were generally pretty low. But that being said, I did end up gaining around 6 subscribers from the first 5 videos that week, so I was pretty happy with that. After those initial 5 uploads, I went to my typical once a month and Thursday schedule, so I bet you're wondering how that's gone. Well, I think the best thing to do is to look at my top and worst videos, since I think you might be a bit surprised by the outcome. My best video, by a long shot, has been my new sketchbook video I posted at the very start. I knew that since this was an evergreen content, it'd keep growing. I just didn't expect it to get past 100 or 650 views by the end of the month. I've gained 13 subs from that video alone, so I'm quite happy with it, and I suspect this might be my first video that hits 1,000 views. We'll have to see. Besides that, surprisingly, my video reviewing jusart, I think it's how you say it, acrylic markers is my second most popular with over 250 views. And I think this might be because the markers I see talked about are mainly talked about through like short form content, but I don't really see many long form videos about it. So I think when people search up the acrylic markers, I think my video is probably one of the first ones that pop up. I did expect my sketchbook tour to be my second most popular, but actually ended up being my third at over 200 views. I am curious to see if he'll surpass my jusart acrylic markers review over time. Okay, now I want you to remember the context of those top videos, because we'll get back to those later. And instead, I wanted to go over the worst performance so far. The worst is my mixing watercolor and acrylic markers video with just 17 views. And honestly, I don't think there's much that's eye-catching or click-worthy about this video to random viewers, so in hindsight, I'm actually not surprised it hasn't really done that well. But besides that, my X-Love fan art video is rather low at just 21 views, which was a bit surprising since I posted it at a time that they were really trending online, so I'm surprised it didn't do better. And lastly, my third worst has been my Your Idol video, as it really hasn't grown that much, which is really surprising. I thought it would definitely get past the 20 views, whatever, maybe in the lower hundreds or something. But yeah, it really hasn't grown. It's basically just been at 21 views. That being said, overall, my general stats for most videos seems to end up being anywhere between 30-ish views to 80-ish. So, did you guys remember the best videos like I told you to? Because I noticed that there seems to be a bit of a pattern where they cover topics every artist is interested in, like sketchbook tours or supply reviews. I think since viewers know what to expect, so the barrier of entry for that video is rather low. Meanwhile, my less popular videos either target a much smaller fandom or lacked some sort of strong hook to, engage new viewers. That's not to mean that these videos could never be popular or anything, but I just think they require a stronger fan base to kind of give them an initial boost, or need some sort of really strong hook to get people to click and then stay in the video. Since I'm just starting, I realized focusing more on videos of more general art videos that most artists are interested in may be better, just to kind of help me give me a boost in my subscriber base and my fan base. Now, you may have also noticed that when I discussed my worst performing videos, I actually didn't mention my OC Wisp video, and that's because because just as I thought, the views have steadily grown as my subscribers have grown. It's now at 30 views and goes up a view or two every few days. I do also mention him in my new sketchbook video, and I can see that part of the viewers come from that video. So I think if you want to make videos about your OCs, try having them appear in more general videos and promote the video about your OC at some point in your video and or on the end card. So would I recommend doing the 5 uploads at once method? Honestly, yeah, if you can, I think I would. I think the initial boost in engagement with my channel helped further push all of my future videos that came after that, and I think having a small catalog for new viewers or subscribers to already binge helped with bringing in more engagement. And subscribers who maybe only subscribed after watching multiple videos and not just one. I know for me personally, I'll often look at a channel's other content before subscribing or not, so I think this was pretty helpful. But besides all this, I think it also helped me quickly gain more experience in scripting and editing and like creating thumbnails, and I think at the start, this is really important for just everyone to really just kind of practice it as much as possible, because it really is only something that you kind of get better at by just doing it a bunch of times. Before I move on, I wanted to quickly talk about the CTR and the AVD. I feel like this is something that's really hard to know what's a good number and what's a bad number. So right now, my channel average CTR is about 3%. My top videos are 6 to 7%, which is great, but a lot of my uploads are actually a lot closer to 2%. And from what I've heard, 3 to 5% is average, so I definitely need to work on my thumbnails and titles. While as for my average viewer duration, most of the videos sit at around 20%. And I don't have any sort of big drop-off points anywhere in my videos according to YouTube, so I think it's gonna be more about just getting better at writing my scripts so people stay engaged longer. I think that's the problem. From what I've heard, 30 to 50% is good for a new channel. And interestingly, my OC Wisp video is just below 30%, which I think is because about half of the people watching that video are already subscribed, so they know what they're getting into. But I want to be able to comfortably hit those numbers on every upload in the future. So I think really focusing on scripting and the pacing of the video will really help with that. All right, that was a lot of data. I hope it was useful if you're a fellow art YouTuber, or at least interesting if you're not. But now here's what I'm planning to do for month 2. Like I said earlier, general art videos tend to do better than fan art or original content, so I want to make more of those as I've fallen off that a bit lately. I'm also thinking about posting 3 times a week. I'm not 100% sure, set on it yet. But right now, I think the best way for me to improve is to just make more videos and gain more experience. For example, I spent more time on the script than I normally do, so it's a bit more refined than my earlier videos, or at least I hope it comes off as more refined than my earlier videos. But I don't think spending forever perfecting each video will help me as much as just consistent practice will. And of course, thumbnails. I've improved a lot with them, but I'm not yet consistent at making really good ones. So both of these things considered, I think I'm not great at them, not because I try to rush them or do them too quickly, but I think it's just because I've kind of hit a skill cap in my level and I can't do better than what I'm currently doing, at least like not that much better. So that's why I really just want to focus on just making more and more videos so I can quickly gain more skill in these areas. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for getting me to 50 subscribers. We're actually at 55 now, which is pretty crazy. And I hope to hit 100 by the end of the month, but we'll see how that goes. Shout out to that one person. I think their name is Unholy Grave, I'm pretty sure. They always leave likes and comments on not just on my videos, but also my community posts. And let me tell you, I look forward to your comment every single time. It's a huge motivator. It's kind of wild how motivating a single comment can be. But anyways, I hope everyone who's trying to make an art channel will be successful, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. But okay, anyways, bye-bye.